has like her moments where she's quite like sweet and innocent, and obviously she allows herself to fall in love. She still
Yes.
maintains that like throughout, where she will still stab someone if she needs to,
Mm-hmm.
including her husband's, which I think was always the get-go for me, that I knew I wanted this lady to
Yeah.
be just as crazy as they were.
Look, it's important that you don't lose yourself in marriage. So if you need to stab them from time to time just to let them have a bit of a reminder
Exactly.
about who you are, then that's what you've got to do.
You've got to put them into place sometimes, and that's
Mm-hmm.
exactly what she does. She's
Exactly.
like, I wear the pants in this.
100%. Also, I have the weapons.
Yeah.
So why do you think reverse harem works so well in a mafia setting?
I think it's something that every verse harem person, especially readers, but us authors, we love it. You get this mafia and it's super dark. You can do anything you want. All the guys tend to be a little bit batshit. So there's no good guys. You don't have to worry them being like, oh, no, I can't do this. It's not right. So you can just do away with all morality, all laws. And there's something so, I think, addictive about men that are so obsessed with you that they would burn the world. And then you add in reverse harem where there's like four or five of
A lot
them.
of them.
And
Mm.
it's yeah, it's the perfect combination because you can do as much as you want. It's never too much. I know I keep trying. I put more and more weird stuff in, hoping that someone will call me out on it. They never do. So I think that's you can just really push it as far as you want, and there's something really beautiful about that.
Yeah. I mean, hashtag goals,
Yeah.
obviously push the limit as far. I also think as well with the reverse harem in a mafia setting, the reason why it's so hot is because generally speaking, they're all very macho men who have this persona, don't mess with me, whatever else. But then they're willing to like do whatever it takes to be with this woman, even if it means that they have to share her. Mm. And it's like, I love
Yeah.
that. Like you're bringing them to their knees. Yeah.
Yes, you put these alpha men in a room when they're going to kill each other, then you put the woman in, and it's just perfect. There's something about it.
Absolutely. Okay, so what design element was critical to representing Iris's power for you?
So I think when we did this book, it was really important for me for the special edition that we had both sides of her because she's very feminine and she owns that. She's not someone that feels like she doesn't need to be feminine. She likes pretty colors and dresses. So we added in the flower, which obviously is what we represent with her name, which is Iris.
Hmm.
And then we obviously added in the gun and the knife because you can't have an assassin without it. So I think
No.
the special edition works so well because it's got both sides of her, and I think that's what I really wanted to like show in it. I wanted to make sure that you can understand that yeah, she might be the woman. She might be sometimes meek, as sometimes mine are. Not really. But she will still kick ass, and I think that shows through it.
Oh, it's absolutely gorgeous. Like, obviously, we're gonna have to get a copy for ourselves. So yeah, but everyone can see it on the screen there, so you can see, and also it's got the end pages there with the character art, which is really cool, and obviously looking out over Las Vegas there, so representing all parts of the story. Yep. So we
Yeah,
do
it
have a
ties in really
question
well.
for you from a
Yeah.
reader. So this is from Chelsea in Washington, USA. She would like to know, where do you draw inspiration for your unhinged but lovable characters from?
So I made a joke this week with my family because they were asking when I was writing, and I was like, "It's the voices." And as much as that is a joke, it isn't as well. It is the voices.
Hmm.
People always ask me, "But where did you get it from?" I'm like, I wish I could tell you. It probably needs to be, a little bit medicated or something, but it's fine. We just write instead.
Look, the
So
medication might
yeah,
silence the voices, and we don't want that, Katie. No. We want the voices.
exactly. We do what the voices say. But yeah, I think for me, it's always about pushing it. Like, what can I make someone do? Like I said, like I keep trying to see when people are gonna be like, no, no, that's too much. We don't do that. It's not happened. So I think they just tend to get a little bit crazy the more I get away with it. So
I think it's awesome. And now every time I read one of your books, I'll just be looking for those elements where I can be like, she's real. This is the part. This is the part that she put in there to see if somebody would say something.
I know. I even like ring my assistant. I'm like, if I do this, will someone say to me, you need help? And they'll either say like, "Oh, it's a bit much," or like, "No, I think you can get away with it. Make it
Yeah.
fine."
Yep.
So,
I love that. I love that. Pushing boundaries everywhere we go. We're breaking glass ceilings, Doesn't matter. We just keep going.
exactly.
All right, we're going to play our game now. We're going to play a game. Now, everybody in the chat, feel free to join in on the game. As I said, there will be giveaways, so make sure you're active. Essentially, the game is bookish, never have I ever. So we're going to read some questions, and Katie's going to answer either she has or she has never. You can participate in the chat with emojis. So if you have, you can pop a green heart, and if you haven't, you can pop a red flag. So that way we can see just how unhinged you guys all are as well.
Okay. So the first one we have, Katie, is never have I ever read the last page of the book before finishing the book.
Never. I'm a good girl. I don't read to the end. I want to know. I want to suffer.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, sometimes when it's getting to a pivotal part of a book, because I'm a bit naughty sometimes and I want to look down like I'm desperately, I have to
the next paragraph.
I have to cover it so I don't spoil it for myself.
I just like to edge myself with it. I'm like, nah, it's fine. I can find out.
Look, there's a lot to say for good edging, you know, and you can't go
100%.
Okay, never have I ever brought a book purely because of the cover.
Oh, I have definitely. I'm like a magpie. Anything shiny, anything pretty. It doesn't matter what it is. People, books. I will take them home. I'm 100%. Not bothered.
Yeah,
100%.
There's a lot. It looks like there's a lot of green hearts there. So
yeah, I love that.
I would be judging you if you didn't.
I don't care whether I've read a book or not. I'm like, hello, that's what I want.
Okay, never have I ever bookmarked a scene I'd never admit to liking.
Oh, this is one of your scenes, Katie, probably. So she's going to say for sure, no, never had done
that. No. I mean, when you write what we write, you kind of nothing phases you. I don't think. Like I'll be watching a film or something and I'll be like, am I into this? And it's a serial killer documentary. And I'm like, I could be. So no, I can't say I have.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. So
you should have known that from when she was talking about pushing the boundaries.
Obviously with our books we do highlight quite a lot of unhinged stuff. And then when we have to go back through to get some inspiration for our covers, we're like, oh, well, I highlighted that.
Yeah. Do you know what I get particular joy out of? I get particular joy out of highlighting a really messed up part that nobody else has highlighted.
Yes, yeah.
I'm like,
100%.
Oh, see, I love that. When it's like so many people have highlighted this and I go back in my own books and I look and I'm like, you sickos.
Yes.
I'm like, I love it.
Yes, absolutely.
Love that. Okay, last one. Oh, no, sorry, got two more. Never have I ever defended a fictional man I would run from in real life.
Oh, definitely. I've definitely done that. Even my own. Like, if one of my characters came towards me, I would get the knife out and run away because what are you doing?
Yeah.
What do you mean you want to do bad things with me with a knife? No, I'm good.
Not into that.
Okay. And last one. Never have I ever thought this is wrong and then hoped it got worse.
I think we're going to know the answer here.
Yeah.
I mean, are we feeling the theme here?
Yeah.
You're not alone. A lot of people in the chat were also putting in the green heart. So I think that's good. And I think you're in the right place, guys, because, you know, you've heard from Katie. If you haven't read her books before, you know now that you can go and check out that catalogue. And obviously you can go purchase Blade of Iris in the special edition if you like all the pretties. Thanks for joining us, Katie.
No problems. Thank you.
Okay, so that was fun.
Yeah.
Our next author is a sizzling romance author from dark, twisted, and taboo delicious, panty-melting hotness to slow burns with all the feels.
Love it.
From sexy shorts to full-length emotional books that can make you equally laugh and cry.
Yes, so we are joined by Adel. Welcome, NJ.
Hello, ladies.
I think it's a very early good morning for you.
It's a very early good morning. Everybody should be thankful that NJ has joined us. It is 4 a.m. her time. So we will accept a lag in conversation if you need time to catch up with your brain, because I know I would not be functioning at that time. So a little bit about you is you love, and honestly, this is just basically like a shopping list for us, mafia bosses, psycho anti-heroes, bikers, billionaires, male strippers, rock stars, dirty Hollywood heartthrobs, shifters, demons, vamps, dragons, fays, smexy guards, and men who serve. I mean...
I don't think we've missed any.
Please, that's just Sorry, that was my reading list. I'm just ticking it off as we go. Now, obviously, today we're here to talk about the Italian obsession. So you can see that on the screen there. It's absolutely gorgeous. Love the kind of bright pink aspects of it because it really brings out then the dark nature behind it. So the Italian obsession is a mafia, forbidden, jealous, possessive, obsessive standalone. And basically it is about Angelina and her male character who calls her the bane of his existence, but his absolute obsession. So we love that. We love that start. Always a positive foundation for a relationship. And he basically says, she belongs to me. She's only safe with me, but she's getting married. And of course, it's not to him. And unfortunately, he's not allowed to kill the groom because, he is his blood. So, what
That's
are
a
we
bit
to
awkward.
do? It is
It's
awkward.
awkward for him.
It is. So, again, loving that.
Bit of a hurdle.
Look, there's no hurdle we can't overcome.
That's
You know
true.
what I'm saying?
It's true. It's true.
So let's jump into some questions about the book.
Okay, so our first question is, stalker romances are popular for dark romance readers. What do you think is the appeal when stalking would be a red flag in real life?
Oh, hang on, you're muted. Hang on a second, NJ. Just got you on mute.
Can you hear me now?
There we
Yes.
go. Yes.
Okay, so back to the question. So a stalker lurking in the shadows in real life is a restraining order. But in fact, yeah, I mean, nothing says romance like hidden cameras and chopped off hands and gift boxes or those sticky notes that you find on your pillow when you wake up that says you're so good for your sleep. I mean, who doesn't want to be that center of the universe for that dark, unhinged something that would do anything for you? Also, it helps that they always come with those sharp cheekbones that could cut glass and those big pierced noses.
Absolutely. Right. Yeah, no, I totally get that. And I think it's probably the same, but why do you think possessive anti-heroes are resonating with so many people in a mafia romance? Is it along the same lines?
I think so, yes, because mafia is power, it's riches, it's like that guy that's the most dangerous man in the city. He can have anyone, anything, and he chooses you.
Yep.
He would do anything to make you his. And I mean, we don't want those polite boyfriends that would ask if you like dessert, we want
just make me already.
The restaurant, the waiter looks at you too long, and then you will get that dessert, pull your hair and feed it to you, and for them to stop you if you don't take it off.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's fair. That's fair.
That is, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and swoon. That's real swoon worthy as well. Okay, so with this beautiful edition here, what visual elements were essential to match the intensity of this book in this special edition?
Well, first I chose the colors because this is a totally pitch black book. I really need to be black, but at the same time, like you said, the colors, it will bring up that contrast as well. That color is like Tino, he gives Angelina those pink tourmaline earrings, so that color is more matching to that gift because that gift means something in the book. And at the same time, Daddy Tino, he likes to burn people alive. So hence the lighter you can see, and of course the violin, because Angel, she plays the violin and is very important in the plot as well.
Mm-hmm.
I actually really love that about a special edition. Like once you've read the book, where you can pick up the little elements on the special edition, because it really just kind of, brings back
Brings
those
it all
little
together.
memories.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Okay, a reader question now. So from Christy in Florida, USA. Tell us about an upcoming project that you are excited about.
Okay, first, hi, Christy from Florida, if you're here. Yeah, I'm brewing another stalker obsessive thingy. The whole series called The Storyteller's Bodyguard. 2 books are already out. You Will Be Mine and XOXO Little Butterfly. The finale of that trio is coming this April. It has all the beautiful things: masked men, stalker, unhinged, toxic, all the crazy things. I mean, watch for the mirror scene. Think like the Italian Obsession got this crazy cousin who would just show up uninvited and question your sanity and make you beg for more.
We can add masked men to the shopping list we
Yep, love
put
it.
out earlier, so that's good.
That's perfect.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, well, let's get into a game. Again, play along in the chat. We're basically going to read a sentence, and you can and NJ's going to finish that sentence. And the chat can either finish the sentence in relation to this book if you've read it, or your current book that you're reading. So,
Okay. My MMC's theme song is
Okay, I'm gonna go with Sleep Token, The Reckoning.
Yep,
Yeah.
love it. Okay. It is a hard question. Yes, I know. That some characters I think just have an automatic song that you can think of, and other ones are a little bit more difficult. Okay. The character who caused me the most stress in this book was
Oh my God, it was Leo for sure. In the Italian Obsession, Leo Bellomo, like the sun. Yeah, yeah, he stressed me out a lot. I had to give him his own book later, actually.
That's one of my favorite parts of reading a book, though, because
Yeah.
you fall in love with the side characters and you're like, please, please, please have another book.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
always the best.
Okay. The character that would not stop talking in your head was
Leo?
yeah.
Daddy Tino, of course. I mean, come on. That character hasn't stopped talking in my head until today, like 6 years later, and he's still there. I mean, come on. When you read the book, you know.
Yeah.
He'll do the same to you.
Okay, the weirdest place I wrote a scene for this book was, or for readers, the weirdest place I've read a scene from a book.
I don't have a weird place, but actually I have a weird time because for the Italian Obsession, I realized that I've been writing that character and some of those scenes, especially the ones on the island, I've been writing them for like, I don't know, since 2008.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah,
Really
I
your mind
found
for a
that
while.
journal that I kept between 2008 and 2010. And I found those fragments, the character was nameless, and even like I didn't even think about writing a book or publishing back then or any of that, but I just had those fragments of that character, the things he would do, things he would say. And yeah, a lot of that is actually in the book, like some of the
Yep.
dialogue, scenes. So that's
So is
I
this
think that's
like just in your notes app? Just been putting in your notes app on the phone, just like random things. When you wake up in the middle of the night, like pop it in there. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This book's warning label in 3 words is
Uh, okay.
Only three.
Unhinged. Only three? Let's say unhinged, non-cons, some no period play. Can't believe I told you that.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, especially this early in the morning. If you want to go back and get some more sleep now, like we will allow you to do that. But in the meantime, everybody can go and grab that beautiful special edition now, if they want to, or we've got a week from now. That's when it's open until. After that, it's closed.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thanks. Bye.
Thank you so much for having me tonight. Thank you. Go read the Italian Obsession. Daddy Tito will blow your mind.
I love it. Okay. Now we are joined by Kaya Carrington-Russell, a fellow Aussie. And she is known for her recognizable style of kick-butt heroines, enemies to lover, fast-paced action and romance that dances from light to dark, including multiple genres such as dark romance, contemporary romance, and fantasy. And she's obsessed with all things coffee, food, and travel. She's always seeking out her next international adventure, which same. Who's not?
And a little fun fact, back home here in Australia, she takes her cavoodle Sia along morning walks on beautiful coastline beaches, building worlds in the sea breezes and contemplating which deliciously haunting story to write next.
Would there be a better backdrop to writing romance? Welcome, Kaya.
Hello, thank you so much. And can I also just quickly say, I'm kind of obsessed already with Katie's and NJ's books. So, like, thanks, guys. I am one clicking those straight after this.
100%. They're so pretty. As is yours, which is obviously there on the screen. Loving the end pages as well. So it is Insidious Obsession, which we have spoken to you about before. It's a double stalker, enemies to lovers, dark mafia romance.
Definitely a theme happening.
Yes. Now, I particularly love this book because you have Ara, who's basically been stalking the mafia boss for months because she's digging into answers about her mother's murder. Okay. Except unfortunately, or fortunately, she does get caught.
Oh no.
By him. And he decides that he might also stalk her. So it's just a bit of a double stalking situation going on where you don't really know who's ahead. Do you know what I mean? And you're not even sure who you want to win at that point. It could be either of them and it doesn't matter. But that's why I loved it so much. So let's jump into some questions about it for the readers.
So I guess off the back of that, who truly has control at the beginning of this cat and mouse obsession?
This is a hard one because both of them, but I think Ara is the cat initially because she's been premeditating this for a long time. She's been, mind my language, fucking over men long before she even meets Luca. Like, he's just kind of the next target to get to the answers. So she's doing everything that she can to get to where she needs to get and to kill who she needs to kill. So Luca was never actually meant to be in the house when she broke into it. She was targeting his younger brother and she knew that he would be a problem. So she purposely went on a night when he wasn't meant to be there. Unfortunately, as fate would have it, Luca was in fact in the house that night. And I know, it was the worst.
Yeah.
And then it flips. That is when Ara very much becomes the mouse, but she will not become a victim. And Luca's intrigued. He could unalive her at any point realistically, but he's like, she's game. She's going for it. I mean, it's either she's in my trap or I unalive her, so this can be fun to play with. And Ara does not back down. She is ready to go to the grave for her revenge. And so it turns into this really like toxic cat and mouse game that both of them enjoy. So one hand, Luca thinks he's in control and then she thinks she's in control. And I think that's just what makes it so explosive as well, because
absolutely
they're both feral. Like, they're just feral for each other and it's great.
And honestly, we like a goal-orientated queen. So, the fact that she's just, she's got her list and it may include unaliving people, but at the end of the day, she's got goals. And they say that it's important to set goals in life.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. So on that same kind of line, why do you think revenge-driven romances are so addictive for readers?
They're fun. Like they're fun to write as well. I want to add, they're super fun. And it's really, I think it's because we get to explore a narrative that we can't in every day. Like we're told morally it's wrong to seek revenge. You know, it's wrong to try and do certain things or be manipulative or be toxic. Like all of these we're told it's wrong. And so when you read a book that is straight away in that mindset of how they're right and they will get to this no matter what, it's interesting to see how chaotic and how unhinged somebody can become when they are so single focused, and especially if they're willing to essentially die for it. And I think we don't really see that in every day. You know, we all want to stay safe and just continue surviving. You know, when people just go for it in the most darkest, craziest ways, we live for it. Like we want to see it all come alive, and it takes us to some really weird places, but we secretly love it because we will never do it ourselves. So we love the toxic. We love it.
Yeah. Just playing out our own revenge fantasy dreams.
Yeah. Okay, so now looking at this gorgeous edition here, what are some subtle design elements that readers should keep an eye out for?
Do you know what? I love this color. I love the colors, especially because it kind of is consistent with the original form as well, color-wise. But there's quite a few elements on this one. Like you've got the knuckle busters, which straight away, it's danger. We know he's a mafia man. It's dangerous. But also for me, I think the skulls, just because this is built on Ara trying to find out who murdered her mother at a young age. So she's been having all of these skeletons come up for a very, very long time. So this whole book is based on the death, basically, of her mother. And then you also have the roses. And without giving too much away, Lucan can be very eccentric in his gifts, perhaps, because he knows it irritates her. So he may or may not like send her over 1,000 roses to her company and just flood her entire office because he can. He has that type of control, and he knows it's going to take her some time to clean it up. So I love the roses on it as well for that fact.
Yeah.
Also clear.
I know. Yeah. And I love the purple, but it's like the muted purple with the bright purple.
Yes, like it's like what is it, ombre?
Yeah, it's
ombre
really
for us.
pretty.
That looks really cool. Yeah, it's like shadowed at the end. Absolutely. Okay, we've got a reader question for you from Lisa in Alabama in the US. Do you remember the moment you realized I'm an author?
Thanks, Lisa, for the hardest question ever. No, I'm kidding. You know, I actually love this question because like it gives you time, I guess, to reflect. When I was 15, I knew I wanted to become an author, and I think I published my first book in 2014, so I was about 20 or 21 years old. And straight away, naively, I was like, boom, I'm an author. Turns out there's so much more that's involved with it. And there's so many versions of myself as an author I've seen over the last 12 years as well. And so there's been so many moments where I'm like, wow, I've really done the thing, or I'm here and I'm with my equals, I'm with my peers, I'm, sitting with authors who I've been watching for or reading since I was a teenager. Those have really been like rewarding moments for me. But I think if I'm being completely honest, because we do sometimes go, oh, does anybody like my books? Does anybody like me? Those things, it kind of has its ebbs and flows. And I guess that comes with confidence as well. But the author that I kind of always imagined myself to be has been the last 2 years. And that took me a decade to get to. I imagined myself to be that, that girl boss who like doesn't take any shit from men. And that still remains. Like, I love that. And I write that into my books. And I'm traveling. I'm meeting my readers. Like, I'm connecting with people who I've created these worlds in my, hermit mode computer, like typing away. And that's kind of at 15 years old, always what I imagined for myself. Perhaps the genres have been different and how I got here would be different, but I always saw myself traveling the world and being able to connect with readers all over. And that's happening. Like that slowly happened in these last 2 years. I'm just really sitting in that. So I want to say always, but it's always changing as well. So sorry, it's not a specific timeline, but yeah.
I think that's really good. I think that's a really good description of it because, yeah, you will, I think, at all times, even though you've said over the last 2 years you felt like that, I think you'll probably have many times over the next, lengthy time in your career where you'll go, wow, I'm really doing it like it again from something else that happens.
Or you'll set yourself new goals too.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just not unaliving people.
Well, no, I'm kidding.
They're all the good, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
Yes, let's get into a game.
Okay, so this game is called I'd Let Him or Leave Him. So in the chat, we're going to read out some prompts. Now, if you would let him do these things, you have to think quick. So Kaya, it'll be like no thinking. You don't have to explain it either. So in the chat, it'll be a green heart if you'll let him and a red flag if you will leave him. Okay. So the first one is he knows where she is at all times, but claims it's for her safety.
Leave him.
Great. Oh, I think we're a bit conflicted. Oh no, look more flags. Yeah.
No, for green hearts.
Okay.
He watches her from across the room without breaking eye contact.
Let him, obviously. No.
I have a real
She has
contact, like
She has a real thing.
Okay.
It creeps me the hell out. That is a red flag. Stop watching me. Okay. He interferes with her revenge plan because he wants her alive.
Let him.
Yeah, it's hard, that one, because on the one hand you're like
let me do it.
Exactly.
Let me do it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. Maybe I'd have kind of like a half green, half red flag.
Okay, he says, "You are mine," like it's a fact, not a question.
Leave him.
So, yeah.
It's like opposite to her books.
Yeah.
She's like,
Yes, you're right. If somebody said that to me in real life, I'd be like, bye, Felicia. It's funny that you think you're in control of this situation.
Yeah, exactly. But deep down, I'm like, oh, he wants me. But like, yeah, no, God, red flag. Yeah, okay. And last one, he follows her into danger instead of stopping her.
Let him.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
Like we want, a supportive king.
That's when you can watch me from.
100%. Eye contact while I'm getting my way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for joining us and everybody here. Everybody can go and grab a copy of Insidious Obsession. Obviously, I've got the beautiful special edition. If you haven't read it though, definitely go and pick up a copy and get reading that today.
Thank you guys. This has been so much fun.
Thank you. Okay. So we're going to jump in now to a quick feature video about our special edition business, Romance Cartel. So just a little bit of an overview for all you readers out there. Oh, we can talk. Oh, sorry, guys.
We did have dramatic music. Yeah.
Of course. So these are just some of the special editions that we've done. Obviously, we have the 3 subscription boxes. So we do have Literati, which is our dark romance, contemporary romance subscription box. We also have Enchantasy, which is paranormal fantasy retelling. And we have our His Obsession box, which is MM. And then also we do special edition pre-orders in addition to that as well. So feel free
check
to
us out.
Check us out. Follow us. We love to be followed.
In a good way.
That's a green heart.
It's a good, yeah.
And yeah, we'd love to hear from you. Okay, let's move on to our next author. So we have Simran, who is our next author. So welcome, Simran. She is a best-selling author who writes dark, addictive, and unapologetically steamy romance where power is seductive, love is dangerous, and villains get the girl. With a passion for flawed characters, forbidden desires, and high-stakes obsession, she crafts stories that leave you breathless and wanting more.
And just a fun fact, so Simran started writing during lockdown, finally chasing the dream she never stopped thinking about. Now she's building a world where love is twisted, loyalty is ruthless, and happily ever afters aren't always sweet, but they're always earned. So welcome, Simran.
Thanks for joining us.
Hello, hi.
Hey. So today we are here to talk about your book, Hateful Games, which people can see up there. I just love the fiery backdrop of the roses and the ring. It's so cool. So Hateful Games is an arranged marriage billionaire romance. Love it already. Basically, we have our FMC Rosalie, who has signed a piece of paper at 16, and she has become betrothed. I mean, we all know at that age, none of us know what we're doing.
No.
So obviously, she has been betrothed to the heir of the Cruz Empire, which is the son of her family's biggest rival and enemy. Okay, so it's not a great start. Okay, but you know, we can move. She calls him and she describes him villainous, manipulative, and vindictive. And he also has told her, or he's made a vow to her, which you think would be positive, but his vow, unfortunately, is that he will make her burn for eternity.
Oh,
I don't think is in
yeah.
a positive way, not in like
Yeah.
a I burn for you type situation.
Yeah.
Because you know, our male main character, he doesn't want a wife, and certainly not you know, the female main character. But you know, she's stunning, she's fiery, he is a little bit addicted to her, but he's still going in with his own revenge plot. So we're on the same path on revenge plots here, and you know, it's just what happens with these plans. They're going to go out the window. We're not sure. We'll have to read on to find out. So let's ask some questions about the book to get a little bit more insight.
Perfect. So, what do you think makes arranged marriages plus enemies such a volatile combination?
So for me, actually, it's the forced proximity that comes with them hating each other, but their life getting tied together and they have to live under the same roof, right? So in the beginning, they will do everything in their power to make each other's lives hell. And Rosalie from Hate Program pretty much does it. I think it starts because of Nova only, because he burns her favorite book when they meet for the first time. So she tries to prove it by blowing up his car as revenge. Like, I'm not some wallflower you can push around. So, and that just makes him more obsessed. She thinks she's annoying him, but he is just obsessed from the beginning. So I think that combination really makes it a very volatile combination, a fun package actually, especially when the hate evolves into more, right? Like in the beginning, he would say my wife almost as a taunt, but it turns into something saying to with more possessiveness and love. So I think that's just fun to write when it comes to marriage with enemies.
I love a
Super
forced
fun.
proximity. It's like probably one of my favorite.
I do love forced proximity, but I
Yeah.
mean, damn, if he had
mine too.
favorite book to get at me, I'm not sure.
It's pretty
I would
evil.
be-
It's
and I
pretty
feel
evil.
that may be, and I don't know about this, guys. Let me know. Should that be like a legal defense or anything? Because I feel it should.
Absolutely.
I don't know if we should have to explain that. It should just be like, why did you do that? He burnt my favorite book. Oh, okay.
I don't even let my husband near my bookshelf.
Immediate defense. Full 100%.
Why are you near that bookshelf?
Exactly.
Walk away.
So what do you think is Nova's most dangerous trait?
I think he's very charming on the surface. Like you think he's very sweet, approachable, but actually he's very mysterious. He keeps all the cards close to himself. Like you will never know what is going on inside his head, right? And plus he's like very, very patient. Like the book is basically him trying to get revenge on Rosalie's father. So he can play the long game, and he even does it with Rosalie as well. I won't give a spoiler, but it's a very huge twist that leaves everyone shocked. So he can be very patient and play the long game. That definitely makes him very dangerous. Like a patient man is definitely dangerous, I believe. So that was,
Absolutely.
Okay. And why do you think special editions mean so much to readers?
I think this is the telling recently started, right? So I think with special edition, it's in the name itself, right? Like special edition. So I think it gives readers some exclusive feel. Plus, you can really go all out with the books, right? That something exciting you can get in the special edition that you won't get in a regular edition, right? The special touch, sprayed edges, and all this stuff. So I think, plus, I think as a romance reader, we all like to collect paperbacks and hardcovers, right? So if it makes the books are much, much prettier, then we definitely want it on our bookshelves, right? Even if there are quite a few versions. So I think that's what makes special edition really, really special. Yeah.
Absolutely. And I feel that we can all be like, oh, at least it's not drugs, you know? And that's a valid reason to collect special editions. You know what I mean? Like, what else are we going to spend our money on? Obviously, beautiful books. So.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got to read a question from Crystal in Missouri, USA. What is coming next for you after the Arranged Games is finished?
Okay, so I think I released the final book in the Arranged Game series, right? So after that, I had like a lot of ideas, so it was definitely hard to pick, but there was one that excited me the most. It's going to be a dark rom-com series where the FMCs are more unhinged than the men themselves,
Mm-hmm.
I love
and
that.
the meet cutes are set up in like danger settings. So, for example, the first book will be about like a romance reader girl who is also an influencer, so she goes through a bad breakup and she posts a video online like how saying fictional men are so much better, right? And how she wishes there was a mafia man who would catch her attention, who would make turn her world upside down, and boom, she gets captured by a mafia lord actually. So
Oh,
it's going to be fun, yeah,
what a shame.
yeah.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so we're going to game 4, which is reader confessions. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to read these anonymous reader confessions out, and then you're going to react. Feel free to react in the chat as well. But yes, some of these also, we might share these confessions. So let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. I root for the villain every time.
Oh yeah, definitely. I think I don't like sweet guys in my books, so definitely rooting for the villain every single time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
For sure.
that.
Yep.
Okay, I pretend I'm fine with slow burns, but I actually want them feral by chapter 5.
Oh, I don't like slow burn. I tend to write slow burns, but when I'm reading, I definitely don't like slow burns. It's a
Yeah.
contradiction. Yeah, I like my spice to hit from the beginning, I think. Yeah, so definitely.
Absolutely. I must say, if a slow burn is written well, where it's
Yeah,
like just a long edging session, I'm here for
yeah,
that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
yeah,
And
me
then
too.
when you
need some
finally,
moments.
when you
I
finally
need
get
some
to it,
moments.
it's like
Exactly.
an explosion. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. All right. So I actually asked this one as a host at an event, and it caused quite the stir in the audience. So I'm keen to see what everyone else thinks. I actually read my special edition books and not just collect them as trophies.
I mean, I don't really, I like to simply collect because I pretty much already read the book, right? And afterwards, I tend to buy a special edition. So I like to keep them pretty on my shelf.
Yeah. There's a lot
Yeah.
of there's a lot of no's.
There is some
There's some
there is
green
some
hearts.
in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, the audience reaction at this event was hostile to say the least. Like, how
Oh my
dare I
God.
ask that? But it was 50-50. If people were very afraid to put their hand up, that they read that.
Look, I definitely only collect mine for trophies. Like, honestly,
Yeah,
other than the
I do
pretty
too.
stuff, I couldn't tell you if there was any words typed on those pages in there. Like, honestly, I could buy a book with all blank pages. I wouldn't know. Get it? I'm like, so put it up.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
yeah, absolutely. Okay. I don't read the epilogue in my books.
I mean, I'm definitely judging because I like to read epilogues in my books because I like to know what is the happily ever after looks like for the characters, right? So I definitely read those. I love them.
Absolutely.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. I think I don't know. Sometimes I will definitely read it at some point, but sometimes if it's like a series, I want to get into the next one and then like I don't know. I'm worried I'm going to spoil it for myself, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I own more books than I've read. My TBR is intimidatingly monstrous, but my library is very pretty.
Same. The same position. I
That's
think
not
every romance
that's
reader
not
is
a
in the
confession.
same.
I
The
feel that's
TBR
just
is just way too long. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never-ending
absolutely.
TBR. I keep
Mine's
adding books every day.
Mine's at
Yeah.
the point where the pile is like taller than my actual bookshelf. I went in there yesterday and I was like overwhelmed. I'm like, oh my God, I have a problem at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. It's an addiction for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But I feel like a healthy one. It's fine.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
yes. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and thanks for everybody
Thank you.
for joining in on the chat with that one. You can go and grab Hateful Games by Simran there, and that beautiful special edition. I haven't read it yet, but I definitely want to.
The
So
end
I'll be
pages are
going and
beautiful in
getting
that too. Yeah. Stunning.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you. Yeah.
Bye. Okay. So our next author is Dakota Willink. She's an award-winning USA Today bestselling author from New York. Dakota loves writing stories about power, passion, and the messy beauty of love. Her books are character-driven, emotional, and sexy, yet written with a flair that keeps them real. And her work has been translated into 5 languages and has sold over 1.5 million books worldwide. So massive.
What an achievement. Welcome, Dakota.
Hi, I'm the only one with the boring American accent. I'm listening to all you sexy people talking.
We love it. We love it. So fun facts about you is that you often say that you survived your first publishing with coffee and wine. Totally acceptable. You're an unabashed Star Wars fanatic, and you still dream of getting your letter from Hogwarts one day. Your daily routines include rocking Lululemon yoga pants, putting on lipstick, and obsessing over Excel spreadsheets. I can't agree with the last one. I find those to be incredibly stressful. But if you want to do some for me, that's cool.
No, I have to. Everything has to be color coded, or else I don't function. So.
Actually, this is so weird because we were just having this discussion the other day, and I was like, I really need this Excel spreadsheet color coded. It's driving me insane. Yeah,
absolutely. You've got 2 spoiled cavaliers. Who
actually 3. That's a really
oh my gosh, we got to update that.
3. Yeah, I need to update my. I don't know where I got pulled from, but apparently I need to update it. So I have 3. Oh yeah.
And they're your writing companions, which I love. And you enjoy traveling with your husband and debating social and economic issues with your politically savvy Generation Z son and daughter. I mean, that must make for a lot of interesting conversations.
Oh, it's every day at the dinner table, let me tell you. It's like never a dull conversation around here. It's always something very serious.
I love it. I love it. So today we're talking about Take Me Under, which you can see the beautiful special edition there. I love it because you've got the flames, but they're in red. And I don't know what it is. It's like
necklace.
Yeah, and the heart necklace, but the red flames, they just do something to that. Like they really do something to it. So it is a dark billionaire romance. Basically you have Serena. She's not looking for a hero. Who is? Especially not a wickedly gorgeous billionaire guy. And ultimately, she comes across Anton, who is igniting a fire inside of her. He has onyx eyes. I don't know what it is about that. What is it about that? Yeah. And ultimately, he's offering her something that she needs more than anything, and she can't refuse it, his money or his touch. And then you've got Anton, who's basically clawed his way up from the New York underworld. Now, we love a billionaire that's self-made, he's building his way up from the ground. You know what I mean? And anyway, what can you say? You've got 2 people coming together in a combustible way. I honestly, this sounds amazing. Can't wait to read it. Let's jump into some questions that the readers can get a bit more understanding of it as well.
Yep. Cool. So Take Me Under leans heavily into power, temptation, and surrender. What kind of reader fantasy were you intentionally exploring with Anton and Serena?
Well, in Take Me Under, I really dive into the whole Catholic guilt thing. I wanted to show how freeing it could be to shed those inhibitions that many of us have. I truly think that purity culture is detrimental and messes with people's heads. And it makes people miss out on living because of the fear of, being shamed. So I really focused on dropping that, why it's a struggle for her, as a heroine, getting past everything she's supposed to do as the good girl and follow him. So
absolutely, I think that's an important topic to dive into as well, because it's so subjective too. So you can write it from your FMC's perspective, and there will be people that resonate with it, and then there might be people that won't, but ultimately it really is subjective in terms of how it affects you and how you are released from that. So yeah, I definitely think that's a great point to explore. So Anton is powerful, but he is controlled. He's dangerous and precise. What makes him more unsettling than a traditional billionaire hero?
I don't think he's traditional because he doesn't really know how to be a billionaire. He has all this money. he came from nothing, and found that he was really good at like spotting patterns, and he was hired by this criminal crime boss basically to just invest his money, find patterns. He was a gambler, and through that process he discovered he was good at spotting cryptocurrency trends, and he basically became like this billionaire overnight. And now he's like, I don't know what to do with all this money. So he doesn't live like your traditional billionaire, but he has it, and he spends it where he needs to, but he doesn't flaunt it. He's not, flying private jets. And now he's the guy that's like, okay, how do I look into philanthropy and how do I diversify because crypto's bad for the environment? He's not your traditional billionaire like what you see in today's world. So
yeah. Yeah, I definitely feel like I would be like that if I like somehow came into a lot of money really quickly. Just be like, oh my God, yay.
Yeah.
Got a white box jumper today. So, absolutely.
All right. So when you imagined this special edition, what design element felt absolutely non-negotiable?
Well, there's a lot of different like parts in this book when they asked, the cover designer what elements, are relevant to the story, and I gave them all the information. I really gave them a lot to work with, and what they ended up coming up with was actually amazing. Because while the ruby necklace was very important, and same thing with the snake that's in there. And if you open it, the picture doesn't, I don't know if you can see it in the picture, but in the end papers it has like the columns from the Met Gala, which is where she met the heroine. What they did with her, in the red dress, they put it on it's actually the sprayed edge.
So you can see
the
it.
sprayed edge is, I don't know if you can see it in that picture because it's kind of small, but you'll be able to see it on the actual website. And I feel like that was the perfect placement for her in the red dress, because it's not who she is. She doesn't come from money. He calls her a princess because he thinks she looks like she should be Italian royalty, but she's not a princess. And she's very much a fish out of water. And I feel like kind of hiding that, like that princess, I don't know, the way that the placement of that just really fit. I feel like with her overall character and the character arc, it shouldn't have been on the cover. And I never even said that to the designer. The red dress and her shouldn't have been on the cover, but putting her right on the sprayed edge was actually the perfect placement.
It looks really cool.
I love how the dress like leads into the flames at the bottom. Like, it looks really great.
It looks good.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, we've got to read a question from Brittany in Iowa, USA. What is the book you're secretly writing right now? I don't know how secret it is.
Yeah.
But I feel like we like exclusives here. So like, feel free to bring it out.
Well, I guess I can say it because I've actually talked about it on my podcast just recently. So Take Me Under is actually part of like a bigger universe, and it's the Shameless Billionaire Club universe. And Allie and Mateo are side characters in my Stone Saga, which is essentially the tree trunk for this universe. Take Me Under, spiders off of that. And Allie and Mateo are characters that everybody's been asking for a very long time. And I finally said, okay, I'm going to give you the story, but now it's being pitched to publishers. So I don't know how long it's going to take to actually come out, but that is what like my secret project. But I will say if the publishers don't pick it up, I'm not going to make the readers wait too terribly long, because it's just something that like I really want to get out there. So.
That's awesome though. Awesome, like that you're going down that route, and it's very exciting. So fingers crossed for you. But thank you for sharing. Right, let's get into our next game, which is red flag or romance. So obviously it's green hearts or red flags here. But basically what we're going to do is read through some scenarios inspired by dark romance tropes, and then you can respond with red flag or romance, and everybody watching along can respond in the chat.
Okay, so the first one is, he offers her money to solve her problems but expects loyalty in return.
Romance, for sure.
He tracks her movements to keep her safe.
Because he's keeping her safe, I say it's romance. If it's just a stalker for the hell of it, then no, red flag.
Yeah,
but that's about, her safety. Okay.
I like the qualification there. Yeah.
Okay. He tells her that she belongs to him before she agrees.
Oh, it can definitely be hot in a book, so romance for sure. In real life, forget it. My husband tells me, yeah, forget it. My husband never even tried it. It never happened.
Okay, this is pretty specific, but he breaks into her house, installs cameras to keep her safe, and does her housework to help her out because she's under a lot of pressure.
Okay, I feel like this is qualifying too.
Because of the housework.
Because like if he's putting the cameras in her house to keep her safe, and then he's also helping her out with housework, that's pretty amazing, right? But if he's putting cameras in her house and like watching her go to the bathroom or something, like that's just weird and creepy. That's a total
100%.
red flag. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, look, I'm not saying no. If someone wants to come in and do my laundry, like they want to vacuum my floors, whatever, like that's cool with me.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Okay, so this one I am going to confess now is romance from just that messed up, obviously, but he does something horrible to her to get her to leave town because she won't be safe if she stays there.
That's romance.
Yeah.
It's all in the name of love.
Yeah.
It is romance, but you know what I love about that trope is I love the groveling that comes afterwards, because inevitably we'll get to that point where, you know, the FNC realizes that he wasn't just horrible for the sake of it. And, you know, it was for her own
I've written
safety.
that trope, and you're right. The groveling part is the best part because
I love
that's
it so
when you
hard.
get to make her be like this kick-ass, like, let me tell you, and she puts him in his place. It's kind of
absolutely,
pretty
and
fun.
it's not.
It's pretty
It doesn't
fun to
even
write.
matter that you know what his goal was all along. You're like, no, you
We
must
work
grovel.
for it. Yeah,
You must
work for it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and everyone can go and grab a copy of Take Me Under, also to read, but it is gorgeous. Love all the details there. And yeah, thanks for jumping on.
Yeah, thank you for having me. This was fun. Yeah, I can honestly say I never heard of your podcast before, and now I'm already subscribed. Like, yeah, I look forward to,
well, thank you.
to watching more.
Thank you so much.
Okay, well, that concludes all of our author interviews.
That's the author interviews, yeah. Now, I don't know if, so the giveaway that, and I might have to break the fourth wall here. I understand, Meg, that we were, like, people that have been involved in the chat will be entered into the giveaway. Is that correct?
Yep.
So in addition to that, you can go over onto their Instagram page here. So there's a link there on that screen.
And a QR code,
basically win the complete collector set and the special edition tarot cards, which, you know, they always turn out stunning.
And you get the box, the custom box as well,
box,
which we love.
Absolutely. Right here for it. Yeah, so go over there to get all the details, and obviously we really appreciate everybody that's joined in on the chat because it makes it a lot more fun for us as hosts as well.
Yep.
So
yeah, I think to wrap up, thank you to all of the incredible authors for joining us today, and thank you to everyone that stuck in the chat and joined us, like Amanda had said. And thank you to Beventi for also hosting it. It's been really fun.
And yeah, signed special editions are available now. Quantities are limited, obviously, as I said, just that week. There's not going to be overstock, as we understand. So they are very limited, which always makes them better, in my opinion. And you can go and follow along with all the authors on Instagram. Keep an eye out for virtual signings by following along with Beventi as well. And yeah.
Stay dark, stay obsessed, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.
Bye.